Hello, my name is Nanya and welcome to my channel where I share with you my top tips on how to look good, feel good, and smell good from the inside out. In today's video, we are going to be doing a comparison with my Dior Poison range fragrances. I have 3 of them to mention to you, and I want to go ahead and share with you guys what my thoughts are on each individual fragrance, which one I prefer, and which one is actually leaving my collection. So of course, if you guys want to hear my thoughts, definitely make sure that you stay tuned. And if you like this type of content, go ahead and give me a big thumbs up, and of course, subscribe to my channel for more. Let's go ahead and jump right into it. Now, jumping right into it, the first fragrance out of this range that I want to go ahead and talk about is going to be Pure Poison. This is not the newest one in my collection. I've actually had this for a few months, and I actually purchased it from one of you guys as well. So huge shout out to you because you did leave me some samples, and I'm so sorry it's taken me a long time to do this video and to say thank you for the samples that you sent me. So thank you, thank you, thank you. But again, I want to go ahead and share with you guys, first of all, my thoughts on this one, because this is more of like the lighter weight, the fresher one out of the range, if that makes sense. This one is definitely a heavy white floral scent. This is definitely one that I feel like walks the line between being sensual and feminine and very kind of like dirty and kinky at the same time. I don't know how else to describe it, you guys, but that's pretty much the line that I feel like this fragrance walks down. There's a freshness to the scent, but it's not fresh like a fresh summer scent. Just more of like an airy white floral scent, but it's still very deep and dark. It's a little bit indolic, it's a little bit animalic, which is why I'm saying that it kind of walks the line between being sensual and kinky at the same time. I love this scent. It's not one that I feel like I gravitate towards all the time, just because I have to be in a specific mood to wear this fragrance itself. But if you love white florals in your fragrances, this is definitely a heavy white floral scent. It's not heavy in the sense where it's harsh. It's not heavy to where it's like headache inducing, but it's definitely heavy in the sense where those white florals are very prominent, but there's a very deep, rich, indolic nature to the scent as well that I feel like kind of gets into your senses. And I really, really enjoy just kind of like the complexity of this scent. It's not your typical white floral. It's not a typical fresh floral fragrance. It's not as like a deep dark scent either, but it just kind of treads the line between the both of them. I feel like because of that, it makes it to where it's beautiful and sensual and feminine enough to perform as like a wedding day scent, but it's still a very deep scent to where you can wear it for like a kinky date night with your man. Like, it just treads the line beautifully. It doesn't lean one way more than the other. And so I like the fact that it's complex, but it's still versatile. It's one that will still garner you a lot of compliments. It actually lasts on the skin for a very long time as well. So I really do enjoy the longevity of this scent. This is one that I would definitely wear a lot more during kind of like the spring seasons. I can transition this from daytime to nighttime as well, but it's definitely a unique take on a white floral fragrance, and it's just absolutely gorgeous. So this is probably my second favorite out of the 3 that I have to mention to you. I'm gonna go ahead and move on to the next one of this range, which is the newest one in my collection. So let's go ahead and jump into Hypnotic Poison. Alrighty, so jumping into the next one, Hypnotic Poison is definitely one that there's so much hype around it in the fragrance community, and I honestly, it's just not for me, okay? I'll explain to you guys what this smells like. Basically, a lot of the things that I've heard about this scent is that it smells like Play-Doh. That's one of the biggest things that I've heard a lot of people say in their reviews. And to be honest with you guys, it actually does smell like Play-Doh. And of course, we all perceive fragrances differently, but for me, the Play-Doh is very heavy. It smells kind of like Play-Doh, but it's still kind of like a cake batter at the same time. So it's like a gourmand Play-Doh type of scent. And we're not gonna even play those games, okay? Play-Doh is not edible, people. But that's pretty much what it smells like, an edible Play-Doh. And to me, there's nothing really sexy about that. There's nothing really, it's just too much. I feel like the cake batter type of smell is not my favorite. I don't really like fragrances that actually smell like it could be food. Again, I do love my gourmands, but there has to be some sort of like edginess or something about it. Like, I feel like I'm okay with a fragrance that alludes to the fact that it smells edible, but not something that actually smells like food. This actually smells like a sweet frosting and dough. So it's just not my cup of tea. It's not my favorite at all. It's one that I would definitely never repurchase again. I would love to try the Eau de Parfum version. This is the Eau de Toilette, just to see if there is a slight difference. You guys know that Dior is one of my favorite fragrance houses, but this is just not a scent that works for me. It's not something that I want to smell like. It doesn't smell bad, but it's very sweet. Like I mentioned, it smells like cake batter and frosting. That's pretty much what it smells like, and kind of like that Play-Doh smell. It's just weird. It's odd to me. It's a little bit too sweet. It's a little bit too foody for my liking. And so this is one that I will not repurchase. This is not one that I'm going to keep in my collection, but it's one that I feel like I understand why some people really enjoy it. If you like that sweet cake type smell, that sweet frosting type of smell, then you'll probably really enjoy the scent. But if you're not really into fragrances that actually smell like food or like really sweet frosting type smells, you're not gonna like this scent. I would definitely say to stay clear of this scent. But again, this is my least favorite, but it's a nice scent, but it's not one that I gravitate towards. It's just been pretty much collecting dust in my collection, honestly. And this is the most recent acquisition, and it's just one that could have stayed in the home that it was at, to be honest. But again, this is going to be just my thoughts and opinions. Let me know what you guys feel about this scent down below. But again, this is Hypnotic Poison Eau de Toilette. Alrighty, and last but not least, this is my favorite. You guys, I've mentioned to you guys before, this is just everything to me. So this one is Poison Girl Eau de Parfum. And this one is just everything that I love in one fragrance. I love rose. You guys know that I love that note. And this is a sweet jammy rose on my skin. And it has kind of like a rich tonka bean, which again is one of my favorite notes as well. And so the combination of both of them just makes this a very sweet but dark and sexy type of fragrance. This is definitely one of those scents that I love to wear for date night. It's one that my husband compliments me on all the time. It isn't one that I wear during the daytime very often. It's more of kind of like a nighttime fragrance type of scent for me, just because it's very rich and deep and sweet. And I love those type of scents at nighttime, whether I'm doing a girls' night out or I'm doing date night or just going out just in general at nighttime. These are the type of fragrances that I really enjoy wearing. It's really attractive. It's really sweet. It's very feminine. It's just gorgeous. I love this scent from beginning to end. It's one that will definitely remain in my collection forever. And it's one that I honestly just feel very beautiful and sexy and confident when I have it on. If you don't have any of the fragrances from the Poison range, there is obviously an Eau de Toilette version, which I've heard a lot of people say that it smells kind of like a creamsicle type of scent. That's not my vibe. But if you're looking for something that's a little bit sweeter, richer, has a heavy, rose note, a sweet jammy rose note, this is one that you must have in your collection. I'll make sure to leave links for all three of these fragrances down below. But this is one that I would highly recommend to you guys. You need to have some version of Poison Girl in your collection. If you're into that creamsicle, orange kind of like notes, orange marshmallowy smell, then do the Eau de Toilette. But if you're looking for more of like a sweet jammy rose with a rich and deep, sexy tonka bean note, this is one that you need to buy. So again, those are going to be pretty much my final thoughts on these three fragrances from the Poison range. This is my absolute favorite. And of course, I would love to hear from you guys as well. Let me know which one is your favorite down below. Thank you guys so much for tuning into another video. If you enjoyed this video, make sure that you go ahead and give it a thumbs up. And of course, subscribe to my channel for more. I hope you guys are staying safe. God willing, I'll see you guys next time.